Welcome to our presentation about flying foxes, and specifically the gray-headed flying fox. Flying foxes are bats that feed on nectar, pollen, fruit, and sometimes leaves of native plants. They're commonly found on the eastern and northern coast of forested areas in Australia, and their lifespan can vary with the species, but when it comes down to being in the wild, it is quite short and averaging around 4 years due to predators and natural disasters. In captivity, they can live on an average of 8 to 10 years, and sometimes even live to be 17 years old. A few species of flying foxes have gone extinct, while around half are still considered threatened, and the gray flying fox today is vulnerable. Why are we important? Well, when feeding, flying foxes carry their foods in their mouths, with some of their meal dropping on the way to their next one. Luckily for us, these little guys eat seeds, pollen, and nectar, so when they lose a little bit of their lunch, they're actually spreading and planting seeds all over their habitat. Flying foxes are also one of the only animals that can effectively pollinate gum trees or eucalyptus trees. Gum trees are essential to koalas, funny enough, because koalas only eat the leaves from them. So if you care about koalas, you should also really care about flying foxes as well. Because of this behavior, they can help diversify their own forest and spread the gene pool of different trees so that other trees that have already been planted can share their own strengths with the newly planted trees. Having diverse trees and plant life in those forests is one of the best ways to help protect them from global warming and environmental changes. These guys, because of their behavior, are also great for lumber mills and companies because not only do they diversify their own habitat and forests, but they can keep them healthy. This helps forests and in turn lumber be healthy and abundant for our use and can make us a little bit of money. There are two main threats to these little guys: habitat loss and global warming. With habitat loss, these flying foxes are nocturnal, which means they're asleep during the daytime and active at night. They travel long distances to find trees with flowers so they can eat. However, when the trees are cut down, they'll travel to other flowering trees in backyards to access food. Also, clearing and modifying vegetation has caused a great threat to these little guys as they have difficulties with accessing natural food sources. With this roadblock, they're resorting to setting up camp with other flying foxes near towns and people in hopes of finding food and shelter. On the global warming aspect, when the temperatures rise above 35 degrees Celsius, flying foxes will overheat and can fall to the ground. As temperatures reach 42 degrees Celsius, the flying fox mothers will overheat and refrain from feeding their babies. These behaviors include clustering, panting, and licking of the wrists. Well, how can you help? Well, you can plant native fruit trees. By planting these trees in golf courses, parks, and other grassy areas, flying foxes are given homes and food. Also, by planting these trees in these areas, attention can be taken away from urban and city centers, drawing flying foxes to more desirable areas instead of taking up roost in your town. Farmers can also sync up commercial fruit tree harvests with natural harvests, which will deter flying foxes to only eating up the commercial ones, helping farmers get a larger yield. Also, by understanding the causes of habitat loss, like deforestation and pollution, and by becoming more knowledgeable about what is happening in the world, you can help save many species that are on the decline. You can also support projects and donate. You can join local groups that plant trees or perform park cleanups, and you can also find reliable charities to donate to, like the Australian Wildlife Donation Program. And the best way you can help these guys is educating others. As people, we have a responsibility to educate people. By understanding more about flying foxes and many other species, you can potentially help save them from becoming extinct and creating a better world. Thank you so much for watching our video about flying foxes and specifically the gray-headed flying fox, and I hope you have a great day.